And welcome to today's Coach's Corner. I am joined now by men's head soccer coach Gareth Smith. Coach, I know a couple of tough matches over the weekend, very good competition, but you seem pretty pleased how your team responded. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I think we're playing two top teams at altitude, and we purposely chose to build a challenging schedule for a young squad. So I would say at the weekend we were delighted with the performance and application. And we got exposed in a couple of individual errors that I think some inexperienced players often make early in their career, but really happy with the progress and the performance. We just need to try and turn those into results, which is definitely more difficult against top teams in the country, but it's good for our development.
You know, talk about that a little bit. Two top 10 teams early. You played Notre Dame, played number 4 Denver. How does that help you prepare for the season? Because you know they're going to be tough matches.
Yeah. I think there's two types of schedules. There's one where you build that makes it really challenging, and then others you try and maybe play more comparable competition. We chose to dig in and try and play tougher teams away from home because we think it's going to build us short and long term. The hope is that some of the lessons we're learning early in the season will sharpen our guys up so that as we get into the middle part and later in the season that we're a lot better off. And that certainly was the case against Denver, but you know, the challenge is playing good teams so that you can expose weaknesses and then try and improve on those so that you can grow throughout the course of the season. So,
any performances you want to talk about over the last weekend? Anybody step out to a little bit?
Yeah, you know, we brought Jake Taylor in as a transfer, and he's been exceptional. He's kind of bled himself well into the squad and established his leadership within the group, which has been beneficial with a lot of younger and experienced players. Alexei Tumanin has done very well coming in the back line, so we've been pleased with his performances. And then just generally really happy with the 6 or 7 freshmen who are playing significant minutes, who are holding their own against some very mature, experienced teams. So overall, we've got a nice balance between youth and experience. Yeah.
How have those freshmen adjusted to the college game?
Terrific, fearless. You know, they go into these environments, they don't look like they're afraid, which we preach within our program. We want them to be courageous, and you know, as a program, we want to play against the best because that's the only way that you get better and figure out where you're at. So we've been really pleased with their bravery. Their development's been accelerated with the competition that we play. But we'd say we're pleased overall. Still room to grow, though.
Sure.
Still room to grow.
Well, this week you've got DePaul and Western Michigan coming up. What do you hope to see out of your team? And maybe talk about those two opponents a little bit.
Yeah. So we purposely tried to schedule in different conferences. DePaul obviously do very well in the Big East. A strong team. We play them away. And so that'll be another test on the road for us. And then we're back to play Western Michigan, who are a very sturdy, hard-working, highly committed and well-organised group with 1 or 2 very impactful players. And so both teams will bring different problems to the table for our team. DePaul will be a little more possession-orientated, we think, in their building. And Western Michigan will really test their resolve from a competitive perspective. Both very good teams, but bring different challenges to the table.
Well, Coach, good luck with those 2 matches this week, and we'll talk to you next time.
Fantastic.
Okay, that's Gareth Smith, head men's soccer coach at Drake University. I'm Rick Silvestrudi, and thanks for joining us for this Coach's Corner.